The interesting news this week from Moscow, as undoubtedly my colleagues Natalia Antonova and Anna Aratunan have been talking about, is the mass rally that Putin held at Luzhniki Stadium, and then the rather unusual form of protest, this holding hands around the garden ring. And undoubtedly, participants at both events seemed to enjoy themselves to a greater or lesser extent. Now, is it true that people at Luzhniki were encouraged to go there, or perhaps even coerced into going there by their employers? In many cases it seems yes, but they still seem to enjoy the occasion. After all, it was presented to them as go along for Maslenitsa, go along for Defender of the Fatherland Day, and only a small part of the day was actually listening to Vladimir Putin speaking there. Now, this is a week before he goes to the polls again to get a third term, and the opposition, they held their rather sort of hippie-like rally, if you will, holding hands around the garden ring, and everybody seemed very happy and in a kind of a holiday-style mood there, again connected with Maslenitsa. And to me, this personally seems like the calm before the storm. Yes, these are two camps not really conflicting with each other, but just sort of agreeing on the things that they agree on, let's say. With the Putin's camp, it was basically the case of like, are we all in favor of patriotism? Are we all in favor of the country? Are we all in favor of stability? Yes. No reason to particularly disagree on these things. And with the opposition, even though they include from the far left to the far right, on the issue of fair elections, they agree with each other. Now, my point would be that after the election is over, there are a lot of difficult problems to solve in the country. There's corruption, there's the whole fact that this election system did not really give people a full choice of who to vote for, the problems of nationalism, and of course the big problem that is looming, which is the world economic crisis, which at some point, when the oil price falls, will hit Russia like a tsunami. And this is the big problem. In my opinion, none of the candidates in the presidential election actually have a coherent policy to deal with this. Putin has a track record, it is true, of building the economy and defending people's living standards, but will it be able to sustain, survive this economic tsunami which is coming? I personally think not, and I think that we're in for some very bumpy and rough times ahead in the Russian economy. And then we will see how the alliances change. Now we have Putin and the liberal opposition are basically the two camps. But it seems to me that we may have the possibility, or the danger, if you like, of a more class-based conflict between the rich in society and the poorest layers. And this may present certain problems in the future, whoever wins the election on Sunday. This is Tim Wall for the Moscow News.